In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can win grants, and I'm even going to show you the winning grant application for the $15,000 skip grant. After watching this video, you will have full control over submitting at least a good grant application, if not a great grant application, putting yourself on a path towards winning. It's from 1K, 5K, 10K, 25K, and more. There are three types of grant applications. In this video, I'm going to talk about the three of them and how you can be in the third bucket and be ahead of 99% of all grant applications. As always, thanks so much for subscribing, turning on alerts, and joining the Skip community, nearly 1 million entrepreneurs strong. We're the fastest growing funding marketplace in the US. Right now, there's millions of dollars out there for business owners, entrepreneurs, people who are just starting out with an idea. To see dozens of funding options for your business, download the free Skip app or create a free account. The links are in the description. You can see grants, financings, including lines of credit, loans, government-backed loans, credit cards, business credit cards, and so much more. But today we're going to focus on grants and winning grants. This account I'm demoing here has 58 grants tracked worth $791,000. Just this week alone, there's $1,000 instant grants, Verizon $10,000 grants, Skip $10,000 summer grants, Intuit $10,000 grants, FedEx, Chamber of Commerce, AT&T, all have grants due soon. Now, here's the important note. There is no guarantee for winning. Let me give you an example. Our recent $15,000 grant, we had over 10,000 approved applications. We chose 5 finalists, and from those 5 finalists, we chose one $15,000 grant winner. Yet there were hundreds of strong applications. Wouldn't you like to be one of those hundreds of strong applications? That's the part you can control. It's a much smaller pool of candidates. This leads me to the 3 types of grant applications: bad or weak grant applications, good grant applications, and great grant applications. You can control being in the great grant application bucket, where your odds drastically increase. So I'm going to use the Skip 10K summer grants as an example here, since this one is due in a few days. There's a couple of these happening in the summer of 2024. But the great news here is that all of these questions are applicable for other grant opportunities. So first, I'm going to show you what a weak application is, because if you just don't do that, you'll be ahead of the majority of folks. It's typically between 50-60% of all applications that are submitted that are weak. And by the way, half of the folks never submit their applications. So just by submitting, using a platform like Skip to always remind you to get your application in on time, you're going to be ahead of 50% of the pool, not counting the people who never find out about the grant in the first place. First, I'm going to take a look at the Skip 10K summer grants, take a look at the 4 questions being asked. They seem very doable. I'm going to read the details to make sure that I am eligible. In fact, I'll read some of these reviews as well. There's a ton of reviews here. A lot of them talk about using the AI to help you become a strong writer. So I'm going to mark I'm interested. What does your business do? Who are your customers? How would you use the grant money? This can be short and sweet. It should not have jargon. When someone reads this, they should immediately know what it is that you do. Now, here are a couple real examples from recent grant applications. Here's one. My start date was around February of 2021. I'm in the business of helping future inventors with my team of advisors. Doesn't really say anything. Here's another real answer: custom stereo systems. Again, give us something else. We're looking for complete sentences, ideally a paragraph here. On the flip side of a 3-word answer is too long of an answer. Here's another real example answering this question: what does your business do? You can see how long it is, giving 6 examples, 6 types of services they do. Think about the person who's reviewing the grants. And finally, one more example: small coffee shop and bakery. We sell croissants, palmiers, cinnamon buns, etc., plus cold brew coffee, hot coffee, specialty coffee. You can rewrite this so at least the punctuation, grammar, spelling is correct. So the easiest way to take this from a 1, 2, or 3 up to a 5, 6, 7, closer to a score of 9 or 10, is either write it yourself or click the write or improve with AI. And you can see there are now 2 complete sentences. My business is a small coffee shop and bakery. We offer a variety of delicious pastries such as croissants, palmiers, cinnamon buns, and more. In addition to our pastry selection, we serve a range of coffees, including cold brew, hot coffee, and specialty options. It hasn't added too much, but at least you have complete sentences, correct grammar, and spelling. That goes a long way. That gets you from the weak bucket to a moderate or good bucket. Again, none of this is personal. This is not about your business or your idea. It's about how you answer an application question so that grant reviewers can see that you're real, you're credible, that you can write, and you've put in the time and care to put forth an application. Think about the large pool of applicants. If you had a short list of folks who looked like they spend time to articulate things in complete sentences, or if they just put down a few words, which ones would you choose? And it doesn't take long to improve this example: delivery of containers to Port of New Orleans, and they ship overseas to customers. Just click Write with AI and you have a few thoughtful sentences in your application. Now, before I show you the application for the $15,000 grant winner, so you know what a winning answer looks like, I want to talk about going from good to great. Here's one of the finalists for the $15,000 grant, OMG Brand Story, and their answer to the question, what does your business do? They're a small brand development agency designed specifically to help growing businesses and corporate clients identify and develop their brand guidelines, rock out engaging brand messaging, create stunning visual identities, and build a killer online brand presence. What stands out in that first sentence is the passion and the unique words that this person does. This is something really important to keep in mind, because using AI can often get you from 0 to 50, 60, 70%. But to get up to 100% level, a great level, you need to put in your own personality, your own character. We are focused on unleashing purpose-driven brand, and a majority of our clients are women. We provide professional support and expertise in brand communications, design, and web development to help our clients scale their business through brand awareness. So that's an additional supportive sentence. And finally, we are a small but mighty team of creatives and professional communicators who are passionate about providing the utmost service and quality of work for our clients. The Skip AI will only take what you give it. So what you put in here is very important. This is the foundation for what AI will write. It's not always possible to get a strong answer on Skip. So if you're moderate or strong, you could be in a great position. So don't get too hung up on moderate versus strong here. The important part is getting your message across. There have been people who've been finalists or won who've had moderate answers. So take the tips to improve seriously. While the response addresses the question, it could improve by including specific examples or case studies to demonstrate the impact of the services offered. Consider focusing on the unique value proposition to make the brand stand out in the crowded market. So you could type in more copy here and then improve with AI to recheck and regenerate your answer. Now, finally, the bucket of great answers. It's where you want to be. Here is the $15,000 grant winner. Be favored, and how they answered the question, how would you use your grant money to help your business? We want to use this grant for Be Favored and our new program, Be Favored Harvested, with sustainability in mind. We will make hands-on kits for soil, homemade soilless potting mix, bees, seeds, and food. So this is very specific. It's for an educational component of this business. I got that within the first two sentences. In addition, we plan to create a simple science experiment that allows children to build a solarium, a clear container filled with composting materials used as nutrient-rich soil amendments. That's a great specific example, something that I can remember as a grant reader, as a specific use of the funds. These kits, along with experiments, should be inserted into each unit of the digital toolkit so students can gain real-world knowledge inside or outside the school hours. Our aim is to give kids what they need so that they can become leaders in our eco-consciousness who love nature and encourage others towards making their own environments greener, while also equipping them with such skills necessary for future generations' prosperity. That's another good sentence on the mission. It's a tad long, but it still gets at the mission specific to how this grant money is going to be used. We hope that through these endeavors, we can foster environmentalism, not just locally, but globally as well. Again, all of this ties together. the narrative of using the grant for an educational component, specifically homemade kits that kids can use outside of school to gain real-world knowledge that can translate into something bigger. And there's a second paragraph with a few more details, but the real strong part here is in this paragraph. So there are some tidbits to keep in mind as you write and improve your grant applications, whether it's for the SCIP grants or other grants listed on the SCIP platforms. As always, you can get instant feedback. Here is the instant feedback generating. And you can also book a one-on-one call to get real feedback on what you've written. That's the absolute best way to make sure what you're putting out is good, and I recommend it for everyone if you haven't done it yet, to get candid feedback on what you're writing, especially if you plan on continuing to apply for grants. And don't forget, if you want to look beyond grants, there's recommended financing, loans, lines of credit, business credit cards, all on the SCIP dashboard. Most importantly, thanks for subscribing, turning on alerts. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.